All right, I'll take these off. Cool. I'm live. What's up, everyone? It's Tyler here, going live with StreamYard on my profile, my page, and in our affiliate marketing group, Affiliate Secrets, which is an amazing group. There's almost 8,000 people in there, which just blows my mind. Affiliate marketers all over the world, great people doing great things, and going live again today. I went live yesterday just to start to share more and be more vocal about what I do. I get lots of questions and messages all the time from just people from hometown and places that I've lived. It's been really cool just to see over the years who's kind of wondered about what I do, and so I'm in some online communities as well, and I meet a lot of people through that, and so it's been a lot of fun, and I've really wanted to just start to share from my experience, my journey, my story so far. I've been in this thing long enough to have some things to share, not because they're things that I make me so smart for knowing. They're just things that I've learned along the way that I've implemented and done in my life that have helped me and my business grow and helped me and my family to just have such a blessed life and existence. And I want to pass those things along. And so I'm probably not going to wait around for people to jump on live. I think I'm just going to jump in. But welcome, guys. If you're joining live, just maybe drop a hashtag live and say, hey, I'm joining live. And if you catch this on the replay later, do the same thing. Just give a hashtag replay and just kind of raise your hand and say hi. It's funny because when you do these things, I always get more private messages than I get people that like comment on them. So there will be a few likes and a handful of comments, but my inbox will just blow up with people sending messages. And it's funny because I probably would do the same thing. I would be the kind of person to not drop a hashtag live or a hashtag replay. I would just kind of watch it and enjoy it and move on and never raise my hand or speak up. I tend to be pretty introverted. Well, I am an introvert, and I tend to stay pretty introverted as it is, which again is why I'm wanting to do more of this and just share some things that I've experienced and learned. And ultimately, I hope that they help you. And so I've got a lot of notes here. I'm going to be talking about passive income today, but I decided to share some random thing. I'm a huge nerd, so I might talk about Apple stuff or something, one random tech fact or something, or a question or a health tip. And today's health tip is very, very simple. Drink water. Drink a lot of water. No matter how much water you drink more water. Water is absolutely important, not only for body function, but brain function as well. And especially just, with jobs and businesses and families and all the things that we juggle and that we do every day, water is so important. Your brain is only like 5% of your body mass, or maybe it's 2%. It's not much. It's a pretty small amount of your body mass, what it's made of, composed of. But your brain uses a fifth of all of the energy that you have during the day. And drinking a lot of water and eating little snacks along the way and keeping your blood sugar level up really helps tremendously to have a clear head, to have focus. In the book, The One Thing that I mentioned yesterday, this book is just my mantra right now. This book is like my heart and soul in a book. I read it and every single word resonates with me right now, and I'm about halfway through it. But they talk about a study where they gave people one group of people simple things to look at, another group of people very complex things to look at, and the complex people they measure their blood sugar before and after, and the complex people, their blood sugar was a lot lower. So drink a lot of water. If you have to use your brain a lot, just eat little snacks, because it helps so much with being clear-headed. And water is going to help you no matter what your fitness goal, whether you want to lose weight or gain weight, whether you want to build muscle or lose mass and muscle so you can run farther and faster. Doesn't matter what your goals are, more water is always going to help. It helps trim fat. It helps build muscle. It helps you feel good. It helps your brain be clearer. Drink a lot of water. I kill several glasses a day of this. So just wanted to share that tip with you guys because it has helped me out tremendously. So I'll jump into, let me see if I can see. There's a couple people tuning in live. Welcome, guys. I'm glad you're joining me live. And I'm going to go back to my notes here. And I want to talk about passive income. Passive income is something that is vital in wealth building, in financial freedom, in being successful. Passive income is something that is not talked about enough. And I want to start with essentially this element of it: time, money, freedom. If you live in entrepreneur world, and especially if you live in the make money online, internet marketing space, time, money, freedom. It's the golden promise of every course and system out there to make money while you sleep and make money on autopilot and all that kind of stuff. Time, money, freedom is simply this: when you have both time and money. So you have the time to do things and the money to do things. That is the definition of being free, because if you own your time and you have money, you're free. And that is the goal. That's actually the goal of a career, right? You work and you contribute to your retirement fund and your savings until they produce enough passive income that when you remove work from the equation, you still have income. So you have time, you have money. Here's the thing about it. Most people only have one or the other. Most people only either have time at the expense of money or money at the expense or the lack of time. Let me break that down. Most people trade their time for money. That's what going to work and having a job is. Whether you're on the clock or whether it's salary, you trade X amount of hours a day and a week in return for Y amount of dollars. It's that simple. So your time and your money are attached to each other. Let me see. My wife just texted me and said the internet is down. If it is, I'll just have to do take two. It might just be our router doing something funky. So most people either have money because they trade their time for it. Therefore, they're not free. Monday through Friday, they're at work. They're not free to do what they want to do. And then other people trade money to have time. So maybe they learn to live on very, very low expenses so that they can do very little work or live off of very little income that they already have, but they're free. They would rather eat ramen noodles and have 3 or 4 roommates and have monthly expenses of just a few $100s so that they own their time. But most people don't have both. They don't have their time free as well as their money, the money as well, until they retire. That's Jim Rohn's definition of retirement. Retirement is when you have enough passive income that you no longer have to work. And that's how it works. So let me just run through my notes here. Time, money, freedom. You have both time and money is what happens when you have time, money, freedom. Most people only have one of these. They trade their time for money, or they trade money for time, or they sacrifice money to have their time. They either work so they have money, or they learn to live on very little so that they can have time. They live in tiny homes, live with family, move to another country. They inherit something from a relative, and they say, well, shoot, if I can make a few $1,000s a month, I'll just live a modest lifestyle and have freedom of time. And they'll have time, money, freedom, because they'll have the income as well. So a huge, crucial element then of time, money, freedom is passive income. What is passive income? Passive income is income that is not where your time is directly related to money. In fact, just to give you a money tip, we are taught, and I don't want to go into too much history here, but school comes out of all this industrialized thinking through the Industrial Revolution to get people ready for factory lines and mass production, working around the clock, first, second, and third shift, 24/7 operation. All that stuff comes out of the Industrial Revolution. And school, the idea of school, the structure, the schedule of it, not just the content of it, comes out of that as well. And so we just get used to having a productive day. But the truth to wealth is that time and money are not related, and they cannot be related. Trading your time for money is not the path to wealth, because there's only 24 hours in a day. There's only 12 months in a year. There's only 365 days in a year. And even if you work all of them, every minute of every day, all year long, you still can't work more than that. You can't work 30 hours a day. You can't work 9 days a week, and you can't work 15 or 20 months a year. There's a ceiling no matter how much you get paid per hour and no matter how much you're willing to work. There is still a physical limitation on your time. So when time and money are related in your life, then there's a ceiling. No matter how low or how high that ceiling is, you will eventually bump into a ceiling of passing out, having to stop to eat, having to stop because you can no longer think. I could keep going, but it's pretty obvious stuff anyway. And bear in mind, all I'm doing is sharing what I've learned. None of this is a dig at what anyone chooses to do with their life. I'm a big proponent and fan of freedom and living your life, pursuing happiness, and whatever makes you happy. If your job makes you happy, if the income is sufficient, if you're happy, you're happy. And happiness is a huge thing in this. You don't want to be rich and miserable. Too many people are rich and miserable. They're wealthy and miserable. They've got the money, and their existence, they are in misery. And so I wish, and I'm a person of faith. I believe in God and Jesus, and I wish and pray happiness for you. I want you to find joy in life, in your family, in your friends, in your career, in your business. That is my hope and my wish for you. Todd, I love you, man. You're so awesome. Todd. Y'all, Todd Reynolds, listen up. Destiny508.com. Todd and Tamra, his wife, they are experts in the nonprofit field. They know all of the nonprofit structures that exist in the tax code. If you go search for a 508c1a, they are number one on Google because of the sheer amount of people that they serve in their business. They are going to start thousands upon thousands of nonprofits where people's dreams and visions become reality to do something to help the world. So guys, if you have always thought that you want to do something nonprofit, Destiny508.com. If I get that wrong, Todd, feel free to comment it. They are amazing. I am blessed to be connected at some of the best experts in the United States, possibly the world, probably the world, of starting a nonprofit in our country and doing something for the greater good. Awesome, amazing people. I am so blessed to call them friends. So all of this is not to take a dig at anything to do, but just to help speak from my journey, my experience, and what I've learned from people who are so much smarter than me. Guys, I didn't come up with this stuff. I'm just so thankful to have learned this stuff. So stick with me. We're 14 minutes in, and I want to keep these fairly short, but there's no way I can keep them less than 10 minutes. I'm too long-winded for that. I'm an introvert, but put me in front of people and give me a microphone and an audience or a camera or something, I'll talk. So time and money, to become wealthy, you have to separate time from money. In fact, in the world of wealth, time and money are not related. And that is one of the pillars of wealth, I'll share that resource another time. I don't want to overwhelm with resources. So Jim Rohn, retirement's when you have enough passive income that you can live without working. This is what your retirement fund is. Your investments pay dividends that you can live on. At any point in your life, guys, if you have income that comes in detached from working, you are retired. You may be working, you may be doing something, but you are retired because your income is covered. And my wife just said, never mind. I think our router just is doing something squirrely, but I'm glad I'm live and that all that stuff that I just said, I won't have to say it again. It's never as good the second time. If I try to re-record something that I did, it's just not the same. What is passive income? It is income that is produced without you actively working for it. You don't wake up and get out of bed today and go earn it. You don't trade your time for it. It's money that comes in even though you don't set foot in an office. You don't get behind a counter. You don't get on the phone. You don't meet with a client. You don't do something to earn it. It still comes in without action or the attachment of time out of your day. Does that make sense? If it does, please drop something in the comments. I've got to learn to get interactive. This isn't my, I'm not a cheerleader. I'm just not that kind of person. But I hope that what I share will carry enough weight to offset just that I don't have a plastic smile and pom-poms. So here's the goal. You must separate time from money. And that's ingrained in us that time equals money. Man, time is money. Time is money. It's not for the wealthy. No, they do something with their time, but their wealth and their income that day, that week, that month is not tied only to what they're doing today and right now. And that's actually exactly how my life is structured as well. And I'll get there. So here's the goal. You must separate time and money. It's ingrained in us that time equals money. This is simply not true. We accept this as a law, but it is false. So how do you do this? How do you do this? I don't just want to give you knowledge. Well, assets. Assets are the most important thing to build passive income. So an asset is anything that you own that produces cash. It creates a passive income stream. And my notes are getting more and more scattered because I kind of just wanted to go alive and let it flow a little bit. So if you own rental properties, first of all, rental properties are good for several reasons. Because number one, when you spend $300K on a house, you aren't out $300K. You could turn around and sell that house next month or next year and get your money back. And over time, it will appreciate. So you'll sell it for $340K in a few years. And not only will you make $40K, but in the meantime, your money wasn't just locked up with no interest, but you put a tenant in it. And in our area, $1,500, $1,600 on the low end, up $2,000, $2,400 on the high end, depending on the home, and the $250 to $400K range. That's Austin, Texas, and surrounding area. That's very median. Is producing income. You're not sheltering those people all day and all night to earn that money. That asset is just producing money. Going and buying storage units and owning some storage units. You're not actively storing and covering and protecting those people's stuff every day. You buy something, you put money into something, people utilize those storage units and make money. Another thing, I just had an idea and I just went blank. So what I do is I have online assets. I have websites that produce sales and money. I don't work on them. I work on new income streams while writing income from multiple income streams that the work is already done. So passive income is just, in investments. If you've, and there's day traders, there's all kinds of things that happen in investments. But let's just stick with the very elementary of it. When you invest enough money that there's enough return, if your investment portfolio is raking in a few $100K a year and you can live on a couple $100K and leave the rest to grow the portfolio, your income's going to grow forever and your income's covered. So we see it all around us. Oh, I know what it was. A business. Now, here's the caveat of a business. If you have a business that requires you to work full-time at it, then it's good that you own the business because it's an asset and it's leverage in your own life, but you've created for yourself a job. When you have a business that you don't have to put your hands on the wheel and it has a sales process and a product or a service that move and you scrape the profits off the top, and you can do that in another business and another business and another business, that creates passive income. And that's something I wanted to distinguish today is if you have a business, you want to get to where you work on your business, not for your business. If you have a landscaping business, you don't want to be the person. You don't want to be cutting yards 5-6 days a week forever. You've just created for yourself a job that you're also the boss and you also have control of, and you do own the business and it is an asset. You want other people cutting the yard and you just want to scrape the profits off the top. And you want to have a car wash, but you're not washing cars. You're scraping money off the top. And you've got a restaurant, but you're not making subs. You're scraping money off the top. The sky is the limit. You want to have a portfolio of businesses producing passive income. And you can always sell a business and cash out. By the way, if you have a restaurant that's gross revenue is a few million a year, a couple million a year, you can sell it for several times that in one big cash out and then go make a huge investment and develop some commercial real estate, build a strip mall. It's incredible what people do and how actually, and I don't say this pretentiously, how easy it really is to get wealthy. We're just not taught it. We're just not taught it. People go from nothing to millionaires and billionaires in just a few short months and years. But that's a topic for another day. Passive income is so vital. You want to build income that comes in detached from you, not attached or attached to you. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, passive income. And that gets into one more topic. I thought about separating this into another day, but I'll go ahead and talk about it today. That also goes into another big rule of income is multiple streams of income. Warren Buffett's first rule of income, never have just one income stream, always have two or more. Even if the second one is much smaller than the first one, if you lose the big one, you still have something coming in that will pay the mortgage or coming in against what's going to go out for the month. And maybe you've got to put groceries on the credit card, but you don't have to put the mortgage on a credit card as well. And that, in a 2-income family, if one person loses their job, at least that's only half. At least the rent's going to get paid. You just got to hustle and get another job and put some things on a credit card for a while and pay it off when you get another job. Things happen. But never have one stream of income. That's his first rule. Another rule of Warren Buffett's is if you don't learn to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. And I think I should have put that up earlier because that actually applies well to passive income. And wow, I've still got several people live. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me on here. I'm going to wrap up pretty quickly. I think I might talk about multiple streams of income tomorrow or something. I had a different plan, but I don't want to bundle too much together. This has changed my life because I have passive income and I have multiple streams. And it's incredible. So Warren, let's revisit Warren Buffett's other rules. So we talked about if you don't learn to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. So you want to have restaurants and car washes and storage units and rental properties and websites and all these things that just produce money. That's it. Never rely on one stream of income. Multiple streams of income are vital to building wealth, because then if one business goes south, worst comes to worst, you just shut it down and you take the loss. And if it produced money for years before, it was just a lot of times, when I see businesses go out of business now, I don't think, oh, they didn't make it. Sometimes people sell, sometimes people retire, sometimes people just say, this is going good, I'm ready to shut it down. If I shut it down, I can take this money and divert it to another thing that's really, really growing right now, and I can make 50x the amount that this is worth over the next 10 years. And just things happen in business. It's not as straightforward. Ooh, somebody liked my video. Thank you to you. I'm streaming to multiple places, so I can't look right now. But even more people are on. This is so exciting, guys. If you're just jumping in now, just jump in back from the beginning. Thank you so much for listening to me talk today. I think I'll just move multiple income streams to something I talk about soon. But now I've whetted your appetite. So let me invite you to this. My business partner and I are doing a 5-day challenge. It's going to be amazing and exciting. If you're not familiar with that at all, you're going to register for our challenge, and you can join VIP and have a night session that's a live call with my business partner and I. And we're going to go live Monday through Friday in a couple of weeks. We're still locking down the date. We're still getting some things built out. Going to run some ads for it. Going to invite our friends, on our profiles and in our groups and stuff. We're super excited. It's going to be a 5-day challenge to make your first dollar online, because most people just don't understand how this internet marketing thing works. So when you go through our 5-day challenge, we're going to go live every day at noon Central Time. So 1 Pacific, 10 California, 11 o'clock Mountain. Mountain, right? Mountain. Yeah. Mountain. Arizona, the people that don't do the time change, which I'm not sure if they're 1 or 2 hours off right now. You'll figure it out. Whatever time is noon Central. I see my net getting red. We're gonna demystify, simplify, uncomplicate how making money online works, because it only takes 2 ingredients, and it's a lot simpler than you think, and it's a lot simpler than some people would want you to think, so that you'd pay them a lot of money to learn. And so we're going to have a great time. Right now, we have a waiting list where we'll email you and say, hey, the actual registration page is live. It's going to be really, really awesome. If you're completely new to this, I think that you'll really enjoy just hearing how it works and recognizing. We want you to leave with an understanding that you will see what people are doing around you, influencers, ads, organic, what people, when you search for something in Google, it's no accident why those results are there. And have an understanding and an aha moment to understand what people are doing to make money online. So that might have been a terrible pitch. I had the notes of what I wanted to talk about a lot more fresh in my brain than telling you about our challenge. So we want to invite you guys to join our challenge, join us for a week. Even if you can't be there live, we're going live on Facebook. So it'll be a replay that you can watch at any time. The VIP sessions, even if you can't make those in the evening, there'll be a replay for that too. You'll get those to keep. We'll send you a replay link and you can download it from Zoom and have it. We think that it's going to give a lot of value and a lot of information to you, whether you're completely new and don't even know how it works, whether you know how some things work, you're new, but you want to do something, whether you've tried things before, whether you're doing some things. My business partner and I have a program where we have helped dozens and dozens, probably 100, 200 people now in the last couple of years make money online, and like thousands of dollars. Some people have quit their jobs and gone into their own online business. And that's, been the greatest joy of my life. And we have a program now where we teach, we coach, accountability, support, ongoing, all of that. It's amazing. We'll tell you more about it during the challenge, later on in the challenge. But I would recommend, you can book a call with me if you want to know more about our program. If you're just like, dude, I would just want to jump into something like that, cool. Message me on Facebook and we'll get a time booked. But nonetheless, our challenge, it's going to be really exciting, and we're going to break things down. And I just know that people are going to have a good time going through it. And I know that we will too. So consider this an open invitation to join our challenge. And for now, I'll drop a link in the comments below to the waiting list. And all the stuff will be ready soon where you can actually register. So we're having a lot of fun with this. And life should be fun. If you're at your job and happy, happiness is one of the ultimate goals. I think that most people want to be wealthy because they think being wealthy will make them happy. And at the end of the day, just be happy. and have fun. And we're happy and we're having fun. And we think it's going to be a great time. And you get a free masterclass that I'm putting together right now. It's on my YouTube channel, but it's completely hidden. You have to have the link to see it. And just for registering for the challenge, you'll get to go through that masterclass. It's called the MIMS Masterclass, Make Internet Marketing Simple, MIMS, because everything in today's world has to have an acronym, catchy title. We can't call people by their full name anymore, and we can't call a business by its full name anymore. It's got to be an acronym. So the MIMS Masterclass. And you'll get that access to that immediately when you register for the challenge. You'll have access to it. Man, even more people have joined. Awesome. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for being on this live. And join our challenge because it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be a couple of weeks from now. Not sure exactly which Monday we'll kick off, but we'll give you guys plenty of time to join. And that's it for today. I've got to work on how to wrap up. Some people are just too cool, man. Some people are just so good at this stuff. And they've got it, man. They've got it. So I don't feel like I have it today. So I'm just going to sign off and say that I hope you enjoyed passive income. I hope you'll join our challenge. And if you want to know more about our program as well and jump right to that, let me know. Talk to you guys tomorrow.